Hello, students, and especially to you, Ben Shapiro, Dr. Mike, SS Sniper Wolf, Darman, and Call Me Chris. While you watch Bella running around in the Canadian snow, I'm going to be talking to you about Carnism. For those of you who don't know, Bella has been vegan since August 2017. And as you can see, she's a perfectly normal, healthy dog, just running freely today in the snow as I try to keep up. So, Carnism. What is it? Carnism is essentially the opposite of veganism. So, carn means flesh, or of the flesh, and ism refers to a belief system. Because carnism is invisible, people rarely realize that eating animals is actually a choice, rather than something that you have to do. In meat-eating cultures around the world, though, people typically don't think about why they eat certain animals but not others, or why they eat any animals at all. But when eating animals is not a necessity, which is the case for many people in the world today, then it's a choice, and choice always stems from beliefs. As long as we remain unaware of how carnism impacts us, we'll be unable to make our food choices freely, because without awareness, there is no free choice. Right now, carnism is the dominant belief system. This means that it's so widespread that its principles and practices are considered common sense, the way things are, rather than a set of widely held opinions. So carnistic bias therefore remains unseen. For example, most people aren't aware that when they study nutrition, they actually study carnistic nutrition. Carnism is also a violent system, as it's organized around intensive and extensive and unnecessary violence towards animals. I mean, even the production of so-called humane meat, eggs, and dairy, a tiny percentage of the carnistic products produced in the world today, exploits animals and involves brutality. Most people are opposed to such violence, and so to keep itself intact, carnism uses a set of psychological defense mechanisms designed to prevent people from becoming aware of the violence of the system or of the fact that the system even exists. So carnism is essentially an oppressive system. It shares the same basic structure and relies on the same mentality as other oppressive systems, such as patriarchy and racism. Carnism runs counter to core human values, such as compassion and justice. Most people wouldn't willingly violate these values and support unnecessary violence towards other sentient beings. Therefore, carnism, like other oppressive systems, such as patriarchy and racism, uses a set of psychological defense mechanisms that distort our thoughts and block our natural empathy, so that we act against our values without fully realizing what we're doing. In other words, carnism conditions us not to think and feel. Carnistic defenses hide the contradictions between our values and behaviors, so that we unknowingly make exceptions to what we would normally consider unethical. Why do you think that you eat pigs but not dogs? Why do you eat chickens and not cats? Think about that for a minute. Does it really make any sense? It's just the way you've been brought up, right? It's all you know. But what if it was the opposite? What if you were brought up to eat cats and dogs? And right now, running around out here would be, let's say, pigs and chickens. It's weird, isn't it? How our society is. Most people never think about it. Here's Bella eating her vegan dog food. She eats the same thing every day. A bowl in the morning and a bowl in the afternoon. And she's doing perfectly fine. But anyway, let's sum up carnism so you know what it is. Do you remember? So Carnism is essentially the opposite of veganism. So Carnism is a dominant belief system. This means that it's so widespread that its principles and practices are considered common sense, the way things are, rather than a set of widely held opinions. Carnistic bias, therefore, remains unseen. So, for example, most people aren't even aware that when they study nutrition at school, they're actually studying carnistic nutrition. They're not even aware of it because it's just all over the place. They think they're just studying nutrition, but they're not. Anyway, we can learn more about that on another day. Thanks for hanging out here with Bella and I, and we'll be seeing you soon in another video. If you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, please do so and press the notification bell. Help me get all the other animals, not Bella, obviously, out of hell. Oh, and press the like button too. Apparently it helps the algorithm. Thanks so much. See y'all soon. Bye for now. All done, Bella? Good to the last lick? Yeah. So cute, Bella.
Let's follow that vegan teacher on YouTube right now. Let's help her save every chicken, pig, and cow. Let's